Let's talk about meditation as a practice.
Okay.
Because everything I think we do talk about in these sessions, we can always bring meditation into being a benefit.
Right.
But let's just focus on meditation. Because people out there that maybe struggle with lack, scarcity, again, maybe not having enough money or not having a relationship or the right job.
Yeah.
How do we make meditation our daily practice? You mentioned before, 10 minutes every morning, but I'm sure for the viewers, you might have tried this before. You may have done 3 days and then stop, or maybe 5 days, and you don't see any results. And again, we live in a very instant gratification world.
Yeah.
We have everything on tap now. It's all on an app that you can instantly get it.
Yeah.
I think with meditation, how long do you think somebody needs to practice it to actually start to see or feel? And it can be as small as, give an example, Sanjeev, but just to give people some real faith today, if they're watching this and thinking, I understand what you're saying, Sanjeev, I want to feel a difference in my life, I want to see different things in my life, but again, maybe I'm scared about meditation, or I don't have the time, because maybe again they think lack, scarcity. Please encourage us how they can do it, for how long, and when can they start to feel different?
So, make a meditation is a way of life, and the another part of meditation is to be alert, aware, conscious of whatsoever things we are doing. Just for example, if I am cleaning my house, I should be totally aware, alert of each and every movement. Not only that, suppose if I am preparing a rice, what I have to do, I have to add a rice, I have to clean the rice, I can say. I have to add the water and put into the pressure cooker, and finally we can put on the stove, right? Mm-hmm. So what we have to do, we need to be aware of each and every steps. The right meaning of awareness is to take a space or gap between two words, between two thoughts, between two actions. And we need to be there physically, mentally, spiritually, by whatsoever ways, So what basically we are doing, we are totally alert, aware of each and every steps of any activity, and definitely it will add more value. Why? Because we are focused, aware, we are not living with the mind, So that is a one way of meditation practice. Another way of meditation practice, which is very important, like wherever we are, whatsoever activity we are doing, we need to bring the sensation of awareness of the breath at the top of the nostril, while breathing, while breathe out. As I said, breath is a life force energy. So suppose if we are getting stuck with the thought of the past, with the thought of the future, or if somebody has created some stress into my life, so how I have to disconnect all these things? We have to just let go and disconnect with other thoughts, energy, emotion, and I have to bring my awareness back into my own space, So as soon as I bring my awareness back to our own space, I'm totally disconnected from other people's thought, emotion, and then I can be more mindful, I can be more happy. Suppose, even if I'm working, for my own businesses, there are so many stress, there are so many negative things come into my life, but I don't accept it. I say, no, stress is not part of me, So what I do, I bring my awareness to the breath, because breath is a life force energy. So as soon as I bring my awareness to the breath, I am getting disconnected from the thought of stress, from the thought of anger, from the thought of resentment, from the thought of jealousy, And moreover, I am witnessing it. Witnessing means deep observation, without labeling, no judgment. Just for example, if a person is creating a thought of stress, thought of negative emotion, I can witness it. Witnessing means I am not the thought of stress, I am not the thought of anger, I am not the thought of lackness, I am not the thought of resentment, because it is their thought. So I am giving my energy, attention into my own space, to the breath. So as soon as I bring my attention, energy to the breath, I am totally disconnected from the thought of stress, from the thought of, and I am keeping a gap, and that's what it happens. That's what I do practice into my own life.
So again, two very different ways. You can use the breath to almost calm yourself down at any given time. You don't have to do this just morning. If there's anything even throughout the day, if you can just take a minute, you can bring yourself to your center, you can reconnect with that breath, and that's going to, on a regular basis, it will help to form a calmingness and then give you more compassion and love.
Exactly.
What I loved what you said in the one around sort of the day-to-day activity, it's really a meditation with mindfulness, it's having the awareness.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something, if we can just go back, take a space between, you said 2 steps. Would you repeat that again?
So, okay. Create a space or gap between 2 words, between 2 thoughts, between 2 actions.
Okay.
It's a very beautiful thought, you know. Just for example, as I have given example before, long time ago, let us talk about my example, my own example. 20 years ago, when I was not aware of such kind of meditation practice, I used to talk with no space, with no gap. And what I noticed, people were not able to understand my words. As soon as I create a fragrance of love, forgiveness, kindness with the help of meditation practice, automatically it started happening into my life. I started bringing a gap, you know, between 2 words, between 2 thoughts, between 2 actions. So this gap which I am talking, it is called the meditation gap, you know. So the more you connect with the meditation gap or break, you know what will happen? You are getting more connected with the universe, with the existence, you know, and people will understand you more, people will comprehend you more. Why? Because you are not connected with too many words, too many thoughts, too many actions. You are totally relaxed, you are totally present into this moment, and this gap is, you know, is a transcendental gap, you know, that's what it is.
I think that's good to remember, to take that space between. Yeah. So tell me again, 2 actions,
2 words, 2 thoughts.
2 thoughts.
Yeah.
That's one to remember.
And the very important, even if you are thinking, you know, we need to create a gap between 2 thoughts.
2 thoughts.
Because lots of the people are suffering in this world. Why? Because their mind is too much busy, too much occupied with too many thoughts. So how can they be more productive?
No space.
No space, you know, and therefore they are attracting more misery, more pain, more suffering, you know. Why? Because they are not able to calm down, they are not able to slow down, I can say. They are not able to pay attention, you know, and they are not living into the present moment awareness, because they are living with the mind, they are living with too many useless and unwanted thoughts. And law of attraction also says, the more you connect with useless and unwanted thought, what will happen? The same thing you are going to attract into your life. So the meditation plays a very significant role, like how to create a powerful, wonderful and awesome thoughts, you know, because once you create a few powerful, awesome thoughts, law of attraction says thoughts are the things. So if you create a powerful and wonderful thoughts, the thought will try to find you, you know, and that's what you will attract same thing into your life, because it's thought as energy and frequency.